Good morning. So right after the warm-up, I just wanted to show you what this week is going to look like. We do have a Unit 2 Quiz 1. And we are going to have you guys copy the standard, which is AREI.3, solve linear equations and inequalities in one variable, including equations with coefficients represented by letters. And the learning goal, which is students will solve 1- and 2-step linear equations in one variable. Go ahead and copy that down. We're going to go ahead and start by solving the problems in our warm-up, which is m plus 12 equals 10. Because we are adding right here, we do the opposite, and the opposite is subtraction. So we're going to justify. The opposite, and I'm going to make it short, the opposite of addition is subtraction. That means that we are going to subtract 12 from both sides. And we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to rewrite it. M plus 12 equals 10. I'm going to subtract 12 to both sides of the equal sign. This is going to cancel the 12. I'm left with m equals, and 10 minus 12 is negative 2. 10 minus 12 equals negative 2. Therefore, m equals negative 2. Let's do the next one. We have g minus 9. The opposite of minus is a plus. So the opposite of minus is a plus. Therefore, we're going to add 9 to both sides. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to rewrite it, and then I'm going to add 9 to both sides of the equal sign. This is going to cancel. Negative 2 plus 9 is 7. So negative 2 plus 9 equals 7. Therefore, g equals 7. We're going to go ahead and solve these two next ones. We have solve for the unknown variable. When we have something like this means that they're multiplying. And the opposite of multiplying is division. So the opposite of multiplying is division. Therefore, we're going to divide negative 7 to both sides. So we have negative 7y equals negative 91. I'm going to divide negative 7 to both sides. That's going to cancel this negative 7. Y equals to 91 over 7. Or if I want to give you the number, I have to divide 91 divided by 7, and that's going to be 13. So step 3, 91 divided by 7 equals 13, and therefore y equals 13. Next example, we have a over 9 equals negative 4. When we have something like this means division. And so that means that we're going to be doing the opposite, which is multiplying. So first, we're going to say that the opposite of division is multiplication. Therefore, we're going to multiply 9 to both sides of the equal sign. So I'm going to take a over 9 equals negative 4. I'm going to multiply 9 to both sides so that here it cancels. I have a equals to negative 4 plus 9, and negative 4 plus 9 is negative 36. Negative 4 times 9 equals 36. Therefore, a equals negative 36. Okay, Let's do a few more examples. Now we're going to be looking at some fractions. We're looking at some fractions. To get rid of a fraction, we multiply by the, and that's called the reciprocal. Reciprocal. The reciprocal means that if I have 1/3, the reciprocal is 3/1. If I have 4/5, the reciprocal is 5/4. Okay, that's the reciprocal. So let's start with the first one. I have 2/3 x equals -10. Again, they're multiplying, but because I want to get rid of the fraction, I need to multiply by the reciprocal. That's my first step. Multiply by the reciprocal 3/2. That's the opposite of 2/3. So I'm going to multiply. First, I'm going to rewrite it. I'm going to multiply by 3/2 on both sides, and that's going to cancel this fraction. I have x equals to -10 times 3/2. In order to multiply a fraction in a whole number, I can just add an imaginary 1 under. The -10 has an imaginary 1 under, and I'm going to multiply the top with the top. That's -30, and the bottom with the bottom, that's 2. And I can still simplify because -30 divided by 2 is -15. So let's write down what I did. I multiplied -10 times 3 and 1 times 2. Then I simplified -30/2. Let's go ahead and have you guys try out number 6. Pause the video, go ahead and try it. Again, you're going to be multiplying by the reciprocal. We have more examples of reciprocals. I'm going to be doing the number 7. So again, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. I'm going to have to rewrite it. So number 1 is I'm going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. In this case, the reciprocal is -5/6. So -5/6, -5/6, that's going to cancel. I have k equals to 12 times 5/6. Again, I can add a 1 under the 12 and just multiply 12 times 5 and 6 times 1, which is 6. 12 times 5 is 60. And then 60 divided by 6 is 10. So I multiplied the top with the top, which is 12 times 5, and the bottom, which is 1 times 6. And then I simplified 60 divided by 6, which gave me 10. Go ahead and try number 8 on your own. Pause the video and try it out. And now we can write down the steps to two-step equations. To solve a two-step equation, we first undo the addition and subtraction. That's the first step. And then we undo the multiplication and division. So right here, what we were looking at, it was one step. Now we're going to be looking at two-step equations. So go ahead and write down the steps before we get started. You can pause the video. And we're going to go ahead and do a few examples. So first, we have to, again, undo the addition and subtraction. So that means that right here, I'm going to undo this part. 6x plus 8 equals 50. I need to undo the 8. So that means that I'm going to have to do the opposite, which is subtract. So subtract 8 to both sides. So I have 6x plus 8 equals 50. I'm going to subtract 8 to both sides. 6x equals 242. Done. Now I need to undo the multiplication or division. That means I need to undo this 6x. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. So I'm going to divide 6 to both sides. And this is going to cancel. So x equals to 42 divided by 6. And 42 divided by 6 is 7. 42 divided by 6 is 7. That's what I did. All right, go ahead and try out this next one, number 10. Remember, you're first undoing the addition and subtraction. That means that first you're going to undo this part. And then this is the first step. And then you're going to undo this 2x. Okay? So go ahead and try it out. We're going to look at more examples. I'm going to do this number 11 with you guys. So let me rewrite it. Negative 4x plus 9. First, we have to undo the addition and subtraction, which is the 9. That means I'm going to subtract 9 to both sides. And let me write that down. Subtract 9 to both sides. And that's going to give me 13 minus 9 is 4. And then I need to undo this negative 4, which is dividing negative 4 to both sides. And if I divide negative 4 to both sides, x is going to equal negative 1. Go ahead and try out number 12. Pause the video and try it out. Let's do one more example. We're going to do number 13. We're going to undo first the addition or subtraction, which is the negative 7. So we're going to add, sorry, I was going to write subtract. We're going to add because that's the opposite of subtracting. Add 7 to both sides. I'm going to first rewrite it. I'm going to add, I'm going to add 7 to both sides. That's negative 2. And then I'm going to get rid of this 2. They're dividing, so that means I'm going to multiply by 2 on both sides. So multiply 2 to both sides. So that's going to give me, this is going to cancel, x equals to negative 4. Go ahead and try out number 14 on your own. And let's do number 15 really quick. 3/5 x plus 22 equals 28. First we have to, we're not going to add, we're going to subtract. We're going to subtract 22 to both sides. That's going to give me 6. Then we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. And that's going to give me 30 over 3. X equals to 10. Good morning. Okay, that's going to give me, yes.